Hello and welcome everyone, it's Vishal here, and in today's video we are going to solve another interesting problem, which is majority element. So let's begin. Firstly understand that what is the problem statement, and after that we will move towards the approach, then that how we can solve this problem. So let's begin. So we have to find the majority element in an array. Okay, so what is a majority element? The element which is present in the array more than n by 2 times, where is the size of the array. Okay, more than n by 2 times, that is called the majority element. Suppose, and kindly note that here it is written more than and not more than equal to, means the count of that element should be greater than n by 2, and also floor of n by 2. Okay, so what is floor? Most of you have probably know that what is floor, but for the people who don't know what is floor, so suppose the array size is 7 and 7 divided by 2 is 3.5, then floor of 3.5 is basically the integral part, which is 3. Okay, so that is floor. Now let's understand what is the what will be the output of this. So 3 to 3, so 3 is present here more than n by 2 times. Here n by 2 is basically, here size is 3, so n by 2 equals to 1. So 3 is present more than 1 times, so output is 3. Similarly 2 2 1 1 1 2 2. Okay, so here what will be majority element? 2 2 2 2. 2 is present 4 times and 1 is present 3 times, and the size 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, size is 7, so 7 divided by 2 is 3 basically, means floor of 7 divided by 2 is 3. So 2 is present more than 3 times, so majority element is 2. So this is the basic overview. Now let's understand that how we can solve this problem. So the logic behind this is quite simple. Let's understand that how we can solve this problem. Suppose we have an array of length n. Okay, suppose n is equals to 1 2 3 4 5 6, n is equals to 6, and the elements are 1 1 2 1 3 4. Okay, suppose here is one more 1. Okay, so what will be the majority element in this case? In this case 1 is present 4 times, so 1 will be the majority elements, because n by 3 equals to, sorry, n by 2 equals to 3 here, and 1 is present more than 3 times, so count 1 greater than 3, so majority element will be 1. So how we can find majority element? There are several approaches. We will move towards the best solution at end, but first we understand that how people approach to solve this problem. So initially people think that we will create a frequency array and store the count of each element in that frequency array, and then find which element has the count greater than n by 2, and then return that element. Okay, but the problem is it is not a best approach to solve this problem, because hash map requires extra space, and also it is not so much fast in comparison to the another approach which I am going to share. So basically hash map approach is this. Suppose the hash map name is map, and I am denoting key as like this. Okay, so map 1 equals to 4, map 2 equals to 1, map 4 equals to 1. So in general approach, in hash map approach, people create map and then iterate through the map and then find which element has a count greater than n by 2, but it is not the better solution. Now let's understand a better solution, which is also called Moore's voting algorithm. So let's understand the logic. So Moore's voting algorithm is a very simple algorithm, and it can solve this problem in big O of n time. Before moving towards the algorithm, let's have a smaller example, a simple example. So tell me if there are n seats on which election is being contested. So for winning n seat, how much seat a candidate, a party must possess? obviously greater than n by 2 seats. If there are 10 seats, then the party which will have greater than 5 seats will obviously win. So in here we have the similar scenario. So what is the logic behind moose voting algorithm? Let me explain this. So simply, if an element present more than n by 2 times in an array, it cannot be cancelled by other elements till the end. So suppose there is a candidate, okay, and candidate, suppose the first element present in the array is the candidate. So what will be our logic? Whenever firstly we will iterate through the whole array, and whenever the element present at current index is equal to this candidate, we will increase the count by 1, and if it is not equal to the current candidate, we will decrease the count by 1, and at any point the count will be 0. We will change the candidate. Means if count will reach 0, in that case we can understand that current candidate is not a majority element, because for being a majority element its count basically should be greater than n by 2. So let's do the code and then understand, then see whether it is correct or not. So guys, let's code and understand whether our logic works or not. So firstly I am getting the length of the array, int n equals to nums dot length. Okay, now initially I will initialize count as 1, maximum element index as 0. We are supposing that the first element present in the array is maximum element initially, means we are taking first element as candidate. Okay, now I am iterating through the loop, int I equals to 0, I less than n, I plus plus. Okay, now I will check whether the each and every element is equal to the current candidate or not. Okay, so if nums I equals to nums max, I have told you if nums I equals to nums max, we will increase the counter, count plus plus. Okay, and if it is not equal, we will decrease the count, and we have to check after this, we have to check whether count is 0 or not. If count is 0, it is not the proper candidate. So if count equals to 0, it is not the proper candidate, so we have to reinitialize count by 1, and then we have to change the candidate also, max equals to current element. Okay, now after the whole iteration we will get the maximum element, but in few cases, in few sample test cases, it may be possible that the value of the candidate, means the index which it is returning, is not actually the maximum element. So just for that we have to ensure that the present candidate which we got after iterating through this loop is majority element or not. We have to check once more whether the count of that element is greater than n by 2 or not. So count equals to 0 now. Okay, for int I equals to 0, I less than n, I plus plus, if nums I equals to nums max. Okay, count plus plus. Now if count is greater than n by 2, then we will return nums max, otherwise we will return -1. Now run this code and check whether it is correct or not. So yeah, it is correct, and now let's submit and let's see whether what will be the time complexity. So time complexity is big of n, I have told you already, and let's go into more details. And here we can see our submission is basically better than 99.86% of Java submissions. So this was the whole logic Hope you like this video. If you like this video, please like, comment, share and subscribe. I have also uploaded this code in my GitHub repo. If you want the solution, you can go there and download the solution and understand. But firstly, try it yourself. So thank you for watching this video. Bye, take care and good night.